your union has a constitution.
Of course.
And the constitution states that if a member does not pay his or her due within 6 months, the person should be dismembered.
And how he should be dismembered?
That is what the constitution says.
No, yeah, he has to explain how.
So as Abu Saidu been paying his dues or been participating in union activities, because if someone wants to become a president of a union, the person should be active in the activities of the union.
We should not forget that we are talking about court order here. The appeal court of Sierra Leone ordered Mr. Abu Saidu to pay all his due because of this case, because of the court cases. Because we are not together. There's a lot of problem in the union. So because of these issues, he ordered Mr. Abu Saidu to open an account and pay all his due. And Abu Saidu has been paying all his due in this particular account up to now I'm talking. So in the Ministry of Labour, what they say, Abu Saidu within 72 hours should remove that money from that particular account and pay to a union account now for sake of peace. Because all what we are talking here is about court order. Mr. Ba is talking about court order, Abuai is talking about court. And Abuai cannot allow to go against the court order. It will be a contempt against him. And it was the court order that ordered him to open an account. And the constitution Mr. Kandane was talking about, there is a procedure also in the constitution. I can remember when we were in the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the minister asked the lawyers to explain the constitution, the due process of the constitution. And what the constitution says, Article 9 of our constitution, how to remove someone that is not a member. After 3 months, if a particular person has not been paying his due, you, the president, will order the Secretary General to write and inform that person that you have not been paying your due for the past 3 months.
So they did not write you?
There is no evidence that they wrote to Mr. Abu Saidu for such thing. And there is a process also. After that 3 months, there is a council we call Central Executive Council. They will sit and decide again to write for another 3 months. If Mr. Abu Saidu or whatever member did not respond, they will take that particular issue to the National Executive Council. And the National Executive Council now will decide whether they find the person expel or suspend. Okay. And even after that process, they will take also, if let's say the National Executive Council agree to expel the person from the union or from the organization, okay, they will take that decision to the Queen's Delegate Conference, what we call it, the election conference. Okay. And it's there they will get the final decision. Okay. And this has not been done. So how can you say this person is not a member?
So Mr. Sano, the meeting on Monday, a lot of union members that were protesting were raising issues that this same Mr. Abu Saidu has not been doing anything in the unions, and now the person is saying he wants to become the president of the union. So what's your take with regards to that? Because a good number of your members, and they were strongly against the decision by the Ministry of Labour giving Abu Saidu a 72-hour ultimatum to pay his financial dues.
Well, it was just how can I say, false information, because you cannot say this man is not participating. The man is a regional chairman South, elected, in fact, not appointed. That was in fact the case in the Ministry of Internal Affairs. The minister asked Mr. Ba, is Mr. Abu Saidu an elected or appointed? He said an appointed. His own Secretary General confirmed to the constituent that Mr. Abu Saidu is a regional representative, one elected. That is why the Minister of Internal Affairs told Mr. Alpha Madba, there you got the problem. Because they elect Mr. Abu Saidu, how can you fight to remove him? So you should wait for the election to remove Mr. Abu Saidu.
Okay. Many thanks to you, Samuka Sano, the Public Relations Officer of the Abu Saidu camp, as he's here to react to claims by the membership of the union concerning the 72-hour ultimatum given by the Ministry of Labour to Abu Saidu. Well, from there, we'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we continue with the program. Continue to stay with us.
As a mother of the house, whenever I want to prepare palm soup, there's no need pounding palm fruit. All I need is Nkulenu's Ghana's original palm soup base. My soup is done, and its preparation, it is not difficult at all. Nkulenu palm soup base, it's easily done with no difficulties. Just take few ladles and your soup is done. And its flavor, it's amazing. This is Nkulenu's Ghana's original palm soup base. And this is Nkulenu's Ghana's original spiced palm soup base. Iron fruit and turkey berries are naturally added.
Also available brown gold natural cocoa powder, sunny gold brown sugar, meat fufu flour, shito, pisa and moringa. All available at Nyami Ado Enterprise, 1 Lower Waterloo Street, Freetown.
Nkulenu palm soup base.
Ghanaian original taste. European Union don't they do plenty thing in a salon. So today we go around the city of Freetown for listen to waiting people they get for talk, but waiting they know but the work the way European Union don't they do inside the country.
Okay, like you say, European Union mostly they for like support young children there, especially in Africa. A group of 27 member states. We primarily then group them states they are so located now Europe.
These are people waiting for help Africans about teaching people how to help Africans about the European business.
If you get opportunity for us the European ambassador within a salon question, what's in that question they will be?
Well, since me as student, my question or one of my questions could be what's in long-term plans for students within Africa for further them education in Europe.
Well, I go look for ask them for me to help with students, especially in a salon, for me to help with for further with education in Europe.
Education is a key for the development. We should all keep in mind, students of today are leaders of tomorrow. That's why the European Union supports students all over the world, of course, including from Sierra Leone. Last year, 3 students from Sierra Leone started their studies in Europe. We offer them different programs like Erasmus Plus and Erasmus Mundus.
You don't ready for deposits and win big with EcoBank? The Kapujensky promo don't come for you. Usai with a reward you for every deposit, every new account, and every transaction. For the part of this, save up to 6,000 new leons for the part of the twice in a month draw. Or for the grand prize, save up to 10,000 new leons. You can also perform at least 4 transactions na any of the digital platforms like the mobile app, USSD, or EcoBank Online for qualify for the draw. Transact at any express points and watch your chance for win go up. So no waste time. Start today. Deposit, save, and become the next Jensky man with EcoBank Kapujensky. Usai the more you deposit, the more you win big. EcoBank Kapujensky. Now money we they give EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa.
Welcome back to the program you are watching is Good Morning Sierra Leone live on the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. Well, we continue the discussion now to another issue. The Global Leadership Summit is an annual event that brings together influential leaders from various sectors, business, government, education, and faith-based communities, among others, to share insights, strategies, and inspiration for leadership excellence. The summit features renowned speakers and experts who would offer practical tools and leadership principles designed to inspire positive change and foster growth in individuals, organizations, and communities worldwide. For more on this, we have in the studio Jonah Theo Ading. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Sierra Leone.
Good morning. Thanks for having me here.
This particular summit is a critical summit, and we know in Sierra Leone it is not hidden that leadership across different sectors and communities has been a problem in Sierra Leone. So this type of summit is critical for the development of Sierra Leone. What difference would such a summit make in Sierra Leone?
Definitely the Global Leadership Summit, like the name implies, is global. And we've realized that throughout the world, the problems we're facing is leadership problem. And Sierra Leone is not an exception. Wherever you go, you have leaders. No matter what organization, whatever unit you have leaders. And these leaders must lead the proper way. And this is why the training is important. No matter where you are, even in the marketplace, there's a leader. Even in this place, there's a leader. In your church, in your mosque, wherever there are leaders. And if we don't have these leaders capacitated, there will be chaos. And this is why the training is very important, especially in Sierra Leone.
So let us know how you put this set of, how do you pick this set of people to be part of this leadership summit? Who are the set of people that you target, and how do you make them to be part of this summit?
Well, participants basically are cut across the country. We have ministers, we have teachers, we have church leaders, religious leaders, students. We call them emerging. The students, we call them emerging leaders. We even have secondary school students, so that we, like the cliche which says, catch them young. So once they start getting the strings of leadership, they will grow up. They will grow up with us.
So, Mr. Adin, we know that different people from different backgrounds, before becoming a leader, they must have gone through some training. But whilst they're on top there, they do things that is not in line with maybe the training they must or might have got before they assume such a position. So you are bringing this type of training. What difference would this particular training make in the lives of these people who are supposed to be emerging leaders and those who are current leaders in their different organizations and communities?
All the more reason why we have people across, because when we get to the summit, it's like a networking, and people give their opinion, their ideas, and how sustainable. We'll have speakers who will tell you how to sustain the leadership, your leadership style, as the case may be, and leadership style varies. It's not a one size fits all. Some people will lead when you go there, you get speakers who will say some people will lead from the back, some people will lead from the front, some people will lead from the middle, and how you get to suit the situation in which you are at a particular time.
Okay, so this Global Leadership Summit is an annual event. I'm quite sure you have been having previous editions. So how successful has the previous ones been? And these are the people that you have been training in leadership position. How have they been able to showcase these leadership skills that you have taught them?
It's interesting that we, after or during the program, we have what we call testimonies, where people go and tell you what they've learned during the leadership training and how it has affected them during their work. And it's an eye-opener. You go there, you'll be invited. It's an eye-opener. You go there, it's because this particular summit, we call it the WOW Summit. When you go there and you listen to our speakers, it's like you say, wow, I've been doing it wrongly, and here, this is what they make their commitment, and people come back and say, since I attended the summit, I've improved in such and such a way.
Okay, so what is the theme for this year's summit, and what would you be focusing on?
The theme for this year is voice your vision. We sit there and think a lot of things. Sitting here, we think about a lot of things. But how do we get to voice our vision? Sometimes we just dream and it stays with us. But when you voice it, people accept it. When you voice it, you believe it. And that's why we're saying you voice your vision. That's what we're doing this year.
So is it just for these leaders, these people that you are gathering, is it just for them to go to their communities and voice their vision, or are you going to be training them to allow people voice their vision to them and then playing that role in making those people achieve those things that they visualize?
All the more reason why we have the summit. When you go there, you'll be taught how to do some of these things you're talking about. All the more reason why we have it, how it becomes sustainable, how the training becomes sustainable after the summit.
So I'm more concerned about, because leadership all has to do with human beings, dealing with human beings. What sort of people do you have there in this particular summit to train people on how to deal with different sets of people? Because you being a leader, you are dealing with people from different backgrounds and different households. What set of people do you have there to train them on the psychology of humans?
Interestingly, all our speakers are international speakers. We'll be doing a video cast training, and we in Sierra Leone are here to facilitate the training. It's important that you know that these speakers are carefully chosen, and some countries like Nigeria, for example, have been able to put one of their speakers on the limelight, and we are trying. Sierra Leone also is trying, but we are looking, or the international world is looking for somebody who can stand there and almost blameless, without blemish, and you know, and portray the message of leadership. Because once you say you are standing there as a leader, people have to know what's in you, and you know, you'll be like a role model. People, you know, what you are, people will take for that.
Okay. You know? Okay. So thank you very much. He is Donald Theo Adding, talking on the Global Leadership Summit that they are about to commence. Well, viewers, let's now join Sanki Bayo for today's Talent Corner.
Don't forget, this is Talent Corner, showcasing skills and talented ones. And we are here at a blacksmith space. Yes, Abu. You said your name is what? Abu Lamin Bangura. Yes, a blacksmith.
You know, a blacksmith man.
A blacksmith man. So what do you do as a blacksmith man at this corner?
They make cutlass, they make hoe, they make good pots.
You can see them?
For now, we can't broke this recent time. We will get a chance for here now.
Yes, but why don't you do something?
Now what I will make now good pots. Good pots, yeah. I will make it.
You got anything for Setowi?
Well, the only thing
as a blacksmith.
The only thing I'm making for say, we know say even in America, now the skill man they make America sweet. They say they make bomb, na skill man make an America. They make plane, they make motor, na skill man. Yes, book they do, but I believe that you have to use here for to create something suitable for the market. Let all use that. You see, and I get the mental, I get the skill for make something. But all man they enjoy. Because I know go better school, I learn. I know learn na salon na Ivory Coast maybe go learn.
Okay, na Ivory Coast.
I get beaucoup skill I learn work out na salon, but salon talent they die.
Okay. Yes. Apply some of these skills, but make mention of Bao. Maybe somebody just join me for the program.
No, they.
Let them know as a blacksmith.
I make heat pan. This one only with pan and go make so. I would go and maybe a skate and I get the motor body. I make an exact heat pan.
Okay.
I make a small bag for concrete.
Okay.
So, like I say, they want to go concrete house. Now to me, then they can buy now.
Okay.
How they make up for them.
Okay.
But put skill in the I make, but just take out the talk and more. The country not easy. See.
We pray for better days.
For better days. Yeah. And I want the government emphasize in technology. The whole na technology na whole right now. Technology if we able. They enjoy the no kind of say for we make other things can help school. Yeah, school. I must say school is very important too. But that skill job, they at least they enjoy them come who they assist for that skill job.
For the skills,
eh? Skill job, level skill job. Let me go and pay to push. I mean, get Sunday now.
Okay.
But Sunday they disarray. The other one I studied that for
complaining about them back they push about the ID youth. Say some man in the name of this clean salon. Then go and teach people
and property.
Yes, on the iron. Look this rubber now. Where they make mention of say una the chap. Some man they gonna be
people in here
compound. They take fitted 5 gallon in the name of scrap. I don't know which.
So it's all land because of idleness.
Okay.
Because of like this system we're gonna salon.
Yeah.
This 6334. Now 5 system. If they be implemented, are fine. Now salon they see horse in the field. Beke. Comment they force and government they accept them back for full school. No. 6334 when fail Beke, if we learn something.
Okay.
If you get skill job, if you do something with your hand, that don't say you know there for learn book.
Okay.
You there for go learn something.
Okay.
Who will benefit the nation. But man fail back one time. They say you come on at other school, you go sit in other school, you fail lay back. Why not go do carpentry? Why not go do auto mechanic? Why not do engineering? All na skill they give money.
Many thanks to our colleagues Kebayo for that talent corner. Well, from there we still have in the studio live Baka, the information officer from the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change, as the ministry has lifted the ban on timber transportation. Well, let me bring you in high. So when you talk on timber logging, it involves cutting down of trees. and it does have effects on the environment. So what are the strategies that the ministry has put in place to ensure that these trees that are being cut down are being planted again? Because you know, as we were talking about climate change and the effects it has on the people of Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much. Of course, the ministry has its flagship project, which is known as the National Tree Planting Project. It was a 5 years project of where we are responsible to plant 5 million trees. Of course, that particular project is a full government project, funded project, and we have planted 1.2, 1.8, and quite recently, last month, we just did the symbolic launch of the 2.2, which marks the final phase of the 5 million trees. And of course, in doing that, this time around, we changed the methodology. Which methodology did we use? Maybe if you might want to ask. We decided to incorporate the communities, known as the Community Forest Management Committees, in 4 regions, notably the Northwest, Northern region, the South, and the East. So what we did, we supply 700,000 seedlings in the South, constituting Bont, Pujong, Bo, and which we form or establish 70 Community Forest Management Committee. Also for the East, we also supply 700,000 seedlings, and we also form 70 Community Forest Management Committee. And also for the North, we also supply 400,000 seedlings, and also we form 40 Community Forest Management Committee, including also the Northwest, which include Kaine, Cambia, and Port Loco. And the type of seedlings we supply was both permanent trees and economic trees. What I mean by permanent tree and economic trees, of course, when you plant, like for example, orange or pepper, or mango or pineapple per se, 2-3 months or 2-3 years, you started yielding fruit. And what I want to say finally is to ensure that